Hey guys, thank you for all the nice comments in the previous video. The winner of the 50 DP is Doug Lever 40. If you're watching this video, please leave your character name, the server, and the items that you want in the comment below. And we're gonna jump right into the video.
Perfect.
For this video, I'll be going over one of the builds from way back. I think it was my top DPS build back then. I think back then the top DPS was around 8k to 13k DPS. So it's kind of crazy to think that we're at 20, 30, and even 40k DPS now. But yeah, today I'll be going over Fear of the Titans. So if you didn't already know, it got some decent buffs and it is performing pretty well now. And I just feel like it deserves a bit of spotlight again. So here I am, just going over it again. So of course, as always, starting with gear, I'll just hover over and you guys can look at it. I did get a really nice upgrade recently. So I got Madness of the Betrayer from Black Temple, Illidan. This is a really big upgrade, so really good to have. Anyways, just gonna hover over and you guys can take a look. OREs are running Fury of the Titans, Chasing the Rush, Titanic Finale, Zephyr, Draconic Hemorrhage, Intensified Rage, Polite Specialization, Code Rage, Dual Specialization, and Precision, and Sharp Minds. So a lot of people have been asking where to find Draconic Hemorrhage or like just Draconic stuff in general. To find Draconic, you just have to have the skill learned and then kill any dragons. And I recommend to just teleport to Winter Spring and come to here, I think around here, yeah, Mazur Thoril, however you say it. And there'll be a lot of blue dragons here. Just kill these dragons, it's really easy to get, and then you'll eventually get the Draconic RE. So I just wanted to point out that you can either use Chasing the Rush or Steel Wind. I tested both and Chasing the Rush kind of pulls out ahead in terms of single target DPS. But the difference is not too large. It's really up to you. Steel Wind just has better AoE, I guess, because it's Steel Wind. And you can get really huge hits if you stack your Titanic Strike up to 3 and then you press all your cooldowns. You can get like 50k Steel Winds, which is pretty nice to see. But yeah, it's up to you if you want to use Steel Wind or Chasing the Rush. Just want to point that out. So when you have this RE equipped, your rage is increased to 300 and you gain a new ability called Titanic Strike. Titanic Strike would deal more damage based on the amount of combo points you have built up. Along with this, whenever you use Titanic Strike, you get a stacking buff that increases your next warrior ability by 25% up to 3. Then if you use Titanic Strike at 300 rage, you get a buff called Titanic Fury, which increases your physical damage by 20% and your melee haste by 10% for 12 seconds. So here is the single target DPS for the spec. I cheated a bit here by stacking my combo points to 5 first to get the initial Slice and Dice proc. But you should be doing this anyways if you can in raids, so you don't waste time stacking combo points on the boss. If you have this option, then your opener is just going to be pressing all your cooldowns, using Slice and Dice with 5 combo points, and then spam the macro Hemo into the Titanic Strike. But if you're in a situation where you can't stack combo points first, then your opener would just be Hemo once into Slice and Dice, and then you just repeat the macro. To maximize the DPS output of this spec, you will need to track your buffs, which are Enrage, Titanic Fury, and Titanic Power. For Enrage, you should have about 80 to 90% uptime. And to do this, you need to cycle Blood Rage, Berserker Rage, and Titanic Finale enchant. With Titanic Finale, it will proc from Titanic Strike and proc Enrage. This effect has a 20-second cooldown, so you can just cycle these abilities to get the most uptime on Enrage. For Titanic Fury, you should aim for like 70% uptime. It's very important that you have Twisted Crusader enchant, because this enchant procs gives you rage, which helps you get to 300 rage almost instantly and allows us to maintain very high uptime on the Titanic Fury. So make sure to get this weapon enchant if you can. It's the best enchant for physical melee specs anyways. So if you plan to try my other builds, you might as well just get it. And then for Titanic Power, you can use Raging Blows to consume it at 1 stack, or you can either stack up to 3 and then consume it. But make sure you're only consuming or using Raging Blows when you have Titanic Fury buff. I normally just use it at 1 stack, so it's really up to you. I don't think there's a big difference in DPS, but if you want to see bigger raging blows, then you can stack it up to 3. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole build in a nutshell. So yeah. So in terms of AoE, it doesn't really have much aside from Blade Flurry and Blade Storm. But what you can do to get like very high burst is to just line up all your procs. So for example, you can line up 3 stacks of Titanic Power, line up Enrage, line up Death Wish, line up your pet buff, line up Blade Flurry, line up Trinkets, and then also line up Hunger for Blood and Titanic Fury, and then just Blade Storm. You probably get like 20k Blade Storms if you do this. So it's pretty insane, but it does take like a bit of preparation. Anyways guys, that's all I have for this build. Once again, thanks for the 1000 subs. If you found this guide helpful, then please give it a like and share it with your friends. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Thanks again.